Dr. Smith. Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about communication. Communication is one of my big four. When I say the big four, I mean several things that could hinder the oneness process. Because when a couple is married, the preacher used to say somewhere in the ceremony, the two are now one. Well, the two become one at that time, but yet they are still becoming one for the duration of their marriage. And so there are several things that I say hinder that process. One of them is communication. The next one is intimacy. No, we're not just talking about sexual intimacy, but we're also talking about intellectual intimacy, we're talking about social intimacy, and we're talking about recreational intimacy, and several other different types of intimacy. And we're going to unwrap that later. But then another type of problem that we have in our marriages that hinder the oneness process is finances. Not necessarily a lack thereof, but sometimes a disagreement about how we should spend it, how we should save it, or what we should do with it. And another problem is misinterpreting your mate's actions or words, right? The misinterpretation part. Now, but the key of all that is communication. So I've spoken about communication before, but today I want to add a little bit more to it, right? A lot of time when people talk about communication, they talk about, how things should come from your mouth. But we forget to also mention how things should go into our ears. See, you remember when old folks say we got two ears, so we need to listen twice as much as we talk? Well, in a way, that's true. That's true. Because I need to learn to listen. That is a big part of communication, just listening. Hey, sometimes if you really listen to your mate when they're talking, you pretty much can hear the answer or hear their desired outcome in their words. Not just like I need you to go left or right. If you listen intensely, you can hear not just the what, but the why. Even if they don't come straight out and say it. But that's when you listen. Then after you listen, of course, you question, and then you to get clarification. But another step in communication after listening and clarifying that you understand is editing. We all the time as couples, we forget to edit. We forget to edit our responses. Remember, when words come out of your mouth, you can't take them back. So it's always best to edit. And I know I'm not the only one that has a problem with editing. And then the last one is action. After you hear what is said, you clarify and you edit your response, then it's time to take action. Action is the culmination of the communicative process. In other words, once I get the information from my mate, and once I make sense of it, then I need to act. Okay, I share my life with people unashamedly, and so I know that I'm a loud person. I yell. I'm animated. Well, for years, my wife is telling me that I yell, and that sometimes she interprets my exuberance as yelling at her, and she would always say things like, "Stop yelling at me." Well, you know what? I wasn't yelling. I'm just kind of exuberant. But if your mate says it's a problem, then it's a problem, right? And you have to address it. So I should have listened, and then I should have edited what I was saying. Like, I'm not yelling. More edit that and say, it's not my intention to yell. And then act. That means the next time I get really excited about something, I need to keep my voice at a reasonable level so she will not assume that I'm yelling. So remember, if you can listen, edit, and then have action, then you and your wife, or you and your husband, can be well together. Bye-bye.